Well, hey family, this is Darlene. I was sitting here making some quick tiger eye bracelets with the little small beads, 6 millimeter beads, and I figured I would come on camera real quick and show you how I do the little leather knot at the end of the bracelet. Also, I had a couple of emails I wanted to make a comment to. One lady was asking me, I don't remember her name, because the name and the email is of course different than the YouTube the YouTube name. So I don't remember her name and I apologize for that. She was asking me why don't I use one of those trays that you use to kind of line your beads up so you would see what the piece is going to look like before you even bead it. And for me, I have to tell her I don't need that. And the reason why I don't need that is I can literally see the design in my mind before I even create it. So I know what it looks like even before I finish it, because I've already formulated an image in my mind using whatever beads or pieces, that I'm going to use. That's like with this, I can already see what this is going to look like, and I'm not even finished with it. So that's why I don't use like a lot of the different tools, a lot of the different trays. Just simple, straight to the point. And that's all it is. It ain't no more. And Rita was asking me, hey Rita. Rita was asking me about the charms and how many charms I use per bracelet, even if it's not a set. Generally between 4 and 6 charms is what I use on any given bracelet, if it's going to be a set or if it's going to be single, right? And I only do that for the sake of sensible use of my supplies, right? So that's like even when we talked about the beads, let's say like this bead, I haven't even used all these beads from one of the hauls. So that's like if I took this whole bag of beads, knowing what I paid for the beads, and I took all these beads and I only made one bracelet using all these beads, to me, for me, it just wouldn't make sense, creatively or financially, because I'm only getting one bracelet out of, maybe 20 beads that I can get 20 bracelets out of, or even a couple of necklaces, plus a couple pair of earrings, plus a couple of bracelets. So if I may use them making necklaces, I would probably use 3, maybe 4 beads on a necklace. So that would mean 2 on each side. And then I would string other beads that match with it really well. That cost me a little less money than what, the better beads cost. So I just try to make good sense of of my supplies, on my beads, everything that I buy. So it just, makes sense to me. But if you want to use a whole bag of beads just to make one bracelet, that's personal choice. And I say, go for it. Do whatever makes you happy. And then, oh, Miss SB. She sent me a picture of a couple pair of earrings that she made. Absolutely amazing. I mean, amazing, right? And I know people have even said, like in emails where, you telling people how to do certain things, and it kind of it takes away from, what you doing, like certain stuff. I can care less. I mean, it's a technique and anybody and everybody can use it. And I'm sure there are other people that are using the same technique that I use, right? And even when you look at her jewelry, her jewelry looks nothing like mine. Yet there's a couple of techniques that she used in the wire wrapping, but hers is totally different than what mine looks like. I mean, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You know what she made? See, this is simple, easy. You can match this little bitty bracelet with some other bracelets and a couple of pieces of leather string, cord, and whatever, just to make it. So I'm going to put probably one more bead on here. But that's the whole thing about jewelry making. You know, Yours is not mine. Mine is not yours. The same beads you don't use my beads. I don't use your beads. It's just, it's just what it is. And I think that's the problem. People live in a spirit of fear. Fear that somebody else's is going to look better than yours, or fear that somebody else is going to, get what you think you should be getting. It's like, we can't live in a spirit of fear. It's just like, be creative. Do what you do. How many car companies are there? How many clothing brands is it? Just do what you do, and let God bless it, and then keep the line moving. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. I'm not going to make too many knots in this one, only because the beads are so small. But I am going to do like maybe one more double, and then see what that looks like, because this is where I'm going to put the leather cord. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip that off. And you can see, we can see the little cable cord. This is cute. Just nice and simple and easy, right? And then I was thinking, who else had asked me a couple of questions? I got a lot of emails, not just from the YouTube channel, but from other projects and stuff that I'm working on. So I'm going to take this leather cord, and I'm going to begin to just kind of wrap it. Hopefully you can see that. Wrap it like so, snug enough so I can tie a knot. So I'm going to tie like so, and then just kind of shape it up around there like that. And then I'm going to take it around one more time so I can try to hide that cable cord. Okay, so I do that. And tie a knot. Like so. Right? And we have that like that. And it gives the illusion that the beads are strung on a leather cord, which they're not. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip this cord, let's say about right here. So I should be able to get one more knot in here. And if you can't hide the cord, that's fine. It's on the back of the bracelet anyway. So I'm going to put one more little knot. And then I'm going to use my pliers to kind of pull it snug, just snug enough. Like so. And then I'm going to do one more knot, just to make sure that it's nice and secure with the leather finish, leather knot finish. So it looks like, make it look like it's strung on leather, but it's not. Very simple, very easy, just a very lightweight bracelet. I was trying to find another bracelet I can throw on real quick, so you can see how that would look with just with just your bracelets. And even if you wanted to put the leather part at the top, you can put the leather part at the top. However you wanted to do it, the little tiger eye bead. Very nice, very simple, very easy. I hope everybody is being productive, making some things happen. And remember, we are still in a season of newness. And what does that absolutely positively mean for us? That means that whatever it is that the Lord has blessed you to do and to be is what you do and you be, right? If that means being creative, then by all means be creative. I think another thing that people are very fearful about is where there's a lot of people making jewelry. Yeah, there's a lot of people making jewelry, but it's a lot of people that are not making your jewelry, right? People are making bracelets, people are making necklaces, people are being creative in what it is that they're doing. But just remember, um, not every collection, designs, and everything are going to survive, only because people may not want them to survive. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to sit and make pieces and, you know, buy things, and, you invest a whole lot of money in supplies and different things, right? Websites and cards and just all kind of stuff. You have to invest money to make the things happen. But if it's something that you love, it's something that you enjoy, if you could sit and create and it is your place of peace, more than likely that is what you're supposed to be doing. And even if you're not making the jewelry to make the jewelry to sell the jewelry, that's fine too. And remember, we talked about donating. Find places to donate the jewelry to. If you go to any church somewhere where you worship at, make that your ministry. That could become your ministry where you donate pieces to maybe new members or to homeless people, or whoever, however, whatever, whenever. You could make those pieces and then gift them out, like doing for birthdays, for anniversaries, for holidays, and things like that. So it's not like anything that you're doing is being done in vain. It's not. God wouldn't have put it in you, right? He wouldn't have put that there for you to create. So there is a reason, there is a purpose in which he wants you to utilize. He wants you to do something with whatever it is that you create. And again, if it's not selling, that's fine too. There's something he wants you to do with it. And just figure it out. Have a conversation with the Lord. If you got to go in prayer and meditation for a couple of days, just to wait for the answer to come to you, by all means do that. And I feel like that's the best way to get any answer from the Lord, when you go into prayer and meditation. And for all y'all that's not a Christian, you might want to tune off now, because I'm going to go into a lesson. Right? Prayer and meditation. The scripture tells us to pray without ceasing. And prayer literally means communicating with the Father. And by any means necessary, if you have a private place that you can go to and you can have conversations with the Lord, by all means do that as many times in a day as you can do it, right? Have conversation with him about things. It's almost like being in a relationship. I call them ships. It's almost like being in a ship, right? With an individual. If you're married, you understand what I'm saying. There are things that you have to have a conversation with your mate about. Can we do this? Can we afford to do this? Should we do this? Does it make sense for our household in order to do this? Those are the same type of conversations you have to have with the Lord, right? The same kind of conversations we have to have with the Lord, especially when we're confused about things, or we're not really clear about things. Should I not do it? Is this the right thing I should be doing? Have a conversation with him, and I guarantee you he'll give you the answer. And many times he'll give you the answer quicker than you wanted the answer. Okay? And then he'll give us the answer, and it may not be the answer that we want to hear. And that's okay too. Why is that? Because he has something else planned for us. He has a whole purpose plan for us. Our life experiences, our relationships, or anything that we do and experience throughout a day. I just happen to believe that those things are preordained before the foundation of the world. I don't think that anything happens by choice. So if you're a jewelry maker, if you're a candle maker, whatever it is that you do, that is not by choice, right? That is not by choice. That is God who has handpicked you to say, hey, I want you to do this for however long he wants you to do it, and for whatever purpose it is that he wants you to do it. And I think if we can grasp that and hold on to that reality, I think we'll all be okay. I think we'll all be okay. And just recognizing and understanding that is more to us than what we see in the physical. You know, there is an inner man that dwells and lives inside of us, an indwelling, right? With abilities, with intellect. And he wants to be acknowledged at all times, right? At all times. He wants to be acknowledged. And you could only really do that by way of prayer and meditation. And when you are obedient to that, like truly, absolutely obedient to that, there is nothing, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, if it is God's will, that would be withheld from you in the sense of creativity, in the sense of abilities, in the sense of anything that it is that is going to fulfill your purpose. Trust me, I'm a witness to that. I truly know it. I understand it. I welcome it and I love it. You know, God is who he is. And when he said he is the Alpha and the Omega, he meant that. There's no in between. I'm the Alpha and I'm the Omega. I'm the beginning and the end of anything and everything that you do. And just like he said, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. For how are my thoughts than your thoughts, and my ways than your ways? And he means that, and I am grateful to that, because my little simple thought can never match what it is that God plants into my spirit and then allows me to act on by way of his guidance, right? And it's a beautiful thing, and I wish that for all of us. And I say that again, stay steadfast, continue to create, continue to do whatever it is that it is you choose to do. And like for all you new jewelry makers, welcome, welcome. You know, make you some beautiful pieces, do what it is that you do. And we all have our own network of people, places, and things, right? So once you begin to start, once you're making your product and you're doing what it is that you're doing and you decide to sell, make sure whatever it is that you are trying, not trying to, but whatever it is that you're selling to someone is of quality. It is of the best quality that you can make it, right? And then I promise you, you'll get repeat customers, you know, when you sell people quality. But anyway, even if you ain't making it to sell it, we done already talked about what else you can do with it, right? Hey, so it's not being done in vain. But anyway, y'all didn't come here for no sermon, but you know, I'll give you one. Okay. This is Darlene for Jewelry by BDK. We'll talk soon.